Welcome back, YouTube, and today we're looking at Plume and how good she is in Aurora one-shot or fast comps. She's going to be amazing here because she can dispel the immunity by herself while also putting down defense break as well, so she kind of fits two roles in one, which will make your runs a lot easier to build for because now you have an extra team slot to kind of flex in whatever you need. So I'm going to show you guys basically the team. This team is going to center around Plume, of course. Then we have Chiaki as the healer. Then you're also going to have Ninfoniel as your attack buffer with her Rhyme Bloom as well. Very, very strong here. And then you'll have Diting as your main DPS. Now for the 5th slot, it's really up to you. You can run Lily, you can run another DPS like Yelly or Lilium, or you can even drop the Diting spot completely and just run Yelly or Lilium as your main DPS, and then run them with Lily as well. Or you can even run Nell and then, drop Diting for another DPS or use him. So there's a lot of different options here. It's really up to you. Basically, it's going to be on what you have on your account. But I'm going to show you guys the one that uses these 4 units that I'm showing you. And then we're going to slot in Yelly or Lilium. And I'll show you guys 2 runs using both. Now basically, the team is pretty simple in how it works. You just need your Plume fast. You don't really need her too fast, but you just want to make sure that she's fast enough to dispel the boss and put down her defense down. You want her on a high effect accuracy build, so just right side pieces on effect accuracy. And Codex isn't really needed, but you can run it if you want, just for safety. I have her on Codex, but you're going to see that it doesn't really matter. And then for your lattices, it's really up to you. There's no real concrete guide on what lattices are best for her because they're all so damn good. But I think for one-shot comps, your S1 max is pretty important, especially up to like level 3 at least, because you want that extra damage boost. And then for your S3, I recommend having level 2 in it at the very least, so you have an extra chance to dispel. If you want the level 4 for the extra defense down chance, it's up to you as well. And then your S2, like I said, this is also up to you, but getting that extra turn meter push is very nice in a lot of cases. So this is how you want to build your Plume for now for one-shotting. I'm going to eventually max mine anyways because this character is just batshit broken in all content right now, especially PvE and PvP actually, so yeah. Next up we have Chiaki, so you can use Ling Luo as well, but the thing is with Chiaki is when your Supernova procs and you get like that extra healing boost from it, when you use your S3, this just instantly takes off her shield, while Ling Luo doesn't take it off. She has to rely on the heal over time from the Supernova or a Whale Prayer to actually take it off. So Chiaki is just more consistent in one-shot comps. Pretty easy to build her, you just build her as fast as you can. You don't really need her too fast, you just need her before your DPS. So like 220 speed is usually fine. And you just need, whatever you want on the right side, just put her on just whatever you have, right? It doesn't really matter. So that's my Chiaki build. Now for Ninfoniel. So Ninfoniel, you can actually build very slow. I actually think the optimal way to use her is have her just like 1 or 2 speed higher than your fastest DPS. That way she puts up the shield right before they go. But you can see mine's like pretty fast because I didn't swap her gear over from like shell farming, but as long as she goes before your DPS, you're fine. If you're finding that your Rhyme Bloom is breaking because there's a minion that goes late in the fight and just like can take it off if you don't have a big enough shield, then that's when you want her to go right before your DPS. But if your shield just stays up fine, you can just have her go whenever, as long as it's like, before your DPS go. And you want level 3 in her S3 for the extra attack boost from the Rhyme Bloom. And you just want full HP bonus, and speed is really up to you and how you need it tuned. And then you 100% need Codex on her. Now for your damage dealer, I'm using Diting here. You can see that this is the setup I have. You're going to want to run him on just Keen Eye, Fury, Fury Edge. You don't have enough debuffs to utilize Momentum. And then for your shell, Count is the best. White Fang works as well. It's really up to you and what you have. And you can see my crit rate's low. Usually you want this maxed out because the target isn't guaranteed to go on the boss, but because I'm also going to be running a secondary DPS which will go before him, the target will always end up going in the boss in this scenario. So yeah, this is the setup for Diting. Now I'm going to show you guys the Yelly build here, and then the Lilium build I'll show you right before I start the run. But basically, you're going to see that my Yeli's at 206 speed and my Dieting's at 185, so that makes it so that she will go before him and actually give him the targeting that he needs, because yeah, she's just going to go first into the boss. Harvest Fury, Fury Edge is going to be the best for her just for this boss. Onslaught Fury works as well, or even Onslaught Harvest, but I found this to be the highest damage for me. And then for your shell, you want Revelation on her. So I'll show you guys the Yeli run, and then I'll show you guys the Lilium run, and I'll show you guys the stats for the Lilium right before I start the run. So here we go, I'll start the run. You're going to see that it plays out like every other one-shot comp for Aurora. So Plume, doesn't matter if she goes first, second, or third really, but she's going to dispel the boss, put defense down. Ninfoniel then will shield us, give us that sweet attack buff on all of our characters. And then Chiaki's S3, you can see, just pretty much insta-cleanses off the Curse Shield. She actually has it on herself, I don't really know why, but okay. And then we have our Yeli go, and then our Dieting will go next, and you can see the boss is pretty much almost dead. And I'm pretty sure my Yeli didn't have the Ryan Bloom for her S3, so if you tune your Ninfoniel to go right before your DPS, and after that second minion that goes, you can guarantee that it'll be on Yeli, and that'll make it so that the run is quicker. But you can see the boss is dead now, pretty smooth, and it is going to be pretty safe because Plume dispels very, very frequently. So I'm going to show you guys the run with Lilium now instead of Yeli, and like I said, you can swap in different characters. You can even swap in Lily for Lilium, you can use like Lily and Lilium, or Lily and Yeli, even Nell, right? But for this comp, we're just going to swap in Lilium, and these are our stats here. Like I said in my previous videos, if you've seen me talk about it, yeah, my shell passive isn't optimized, so I'm missing some crit rate. Yeah, it is what it is. But basically, the run plays out the same way. The speed tuning for your other three characters that aren't your damage dealers don't really matter. You just want to try to, like I said, get Ninfoniel to go right before your DPS, but like after the minion, and if that's the case, you want your Lilium to be a little bit slower. If you want to make it more consistent and you want to guarantee the Ryan Bloom on your characters, but for me, I don't really even need the Ryan Bloom to kill this boss, which is hilarious. But you're going to see here, we have the Ryan Bloom S3, it's going to do a ton of damage with Plume's debuff. And yeah, Ryan Bloom still stays because my shield's big enough, and then Dieting will go into the boss as well. And you can see the boss is pretty much dead on the next Lilium turn because she'll S2 and just execute it. So we Ryan Bloom our team again. And now Lilium just S2s and the boss is dead. So that is Plume and Aurora. I know it doesn't seem like she's really good here, but she really is because she has a dispel and a defense down, and you're taking less damage so you can't randomly die, which is great. So it makes her such a good Aurora dispel and defense breaker both in one. But yeah, just a broken character, definitely a character you want to max out eventually. At least I will, because she's amazing, amazing, amazing in PvP as well. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next